Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, so we are from Group 1 of Statistics for Educational Research subject from PBI1 class. In this great occasion, we would like to present our presentation that's talking about introductions of statistics. But before we begin, I would like to introduce our member first. My name is Anissa Indah Parawangsa. I'm the first speaker and also as the moderator of this group. Then the last is Anisha and the last speaker of this group. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, to shorten the time, let's start the presentation. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see on the slide, we have some topic to discuss today, such as definition of statistics, kind of data, and kind of variables. Okay, so we go to the definition of statistics. Statistics is the science concerned with developing and studying methods for collecting, analyzing, interpreting, and presenting empirical data. Statistics is a highly interdisciplinary field. Research in statistics find applicability in virtually all scientists' field, and research questions in the various scientific fields motivate the development of new statistical methods and theory. In developing methods and studying the theory that underlies the method, statisticians draw a variety of mathematical and computational tools. Two fundamental ideas in the field of statistics are uncertainty and variations. There are many situations that we encounter in science or more generally in life in which the outcome is uncertain. In some cases, the uncertainty is because the outcome in the question is not determined yet. For example, we may not know whether it will rain tomorrow. While in other cases, the uncertainty is because although the outcome has been determined already, we're not aware of it. For example, we may not know whether we pass a particular exam. And talking about probability, probability is a mathematical language used to discuss uncertain events, and probability plays a key role in statistics. Any measurements or data collection effort is subject to a number of sorts of variations. By this, we mean that if the same measurement were repeated, then the answer would change. Statisticians attempt to understand and control, where possible, the sources of variation in any situations. Alright, after we know about what is statistics, let's go to the next discussion. It talk about the type of statistics. So there are two kinds of statistics, which are descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. The first is descriptive statistics. In the descriptive statistics, the data is described in a summarized way. The summarization is done from the sample of the population using different parameters like mean or standard deviations. And then the descriptive statistics are a way of using charts, graphs, and summary measures to organize, represent, and explain a set of data. Data is typically arranged and displayed in tables or graphs summarizing details such as histograms, pie charts, bar, or scatter plots. And descriptive statistics are just descriptive and thus do not require normalization beyond the data collected. Okay, the next is inferential statistics. So in inferential statistics, we try to interpret the meaning of descriptive statistics. After the data has been collected, analyzed, and summarized, we use the inferential statistic to describe the meaning of the collected data. Inference statistics use the probability principle to assess whether trends contained in the research sample can be generalized to the larger population from which the sample originally comes. And inferential statistics are also intended to test hypotheses and investigate relationship between variables and can be used to make population predictions. Also, it is used to draw conclusions and inferences, for example, to make valid generalization from samples. Okay, that's all from me about the definition and types of statistics. Then the next discussion will be explained by Anisha.
My name is Anisha. I am from PBI1 class. Well, my presentation material today is about my presentation today is about the first kind of data and kind of variables. Data is a record of a collection of which data is the plural of dating derived from Latin, which means something given in everyday use. data includes a statement that is accepted as it is. The types of data can be divided based on their nature, source, methods of obtaining it, and time of collection according to its nature. The types of data are qualitative data. Qualitative data is a data that is not in the forms of numbers. For example, questionnaires, question about Earth's atmospheres, quality of service of a hospital, or leadership style. Quantitative data. Quantitative data is data in the forms of numbers. For example, toothpaste, income. The types of data according to the source among others: internal data, external data. The types of data according to the methods of obtaining it includes primary data and secondary data. Next, the types of data according to the time of collection among others: cross-section data, periodic data, time series data. Next, material. A variable is something that can change. A polus, a research variable, is a nature of a person, object, or activity that has certain variables set by the researchers to be periods and conclusion drawn. Independent variable. The variable is also called an predictors variable. Stimulus exogenous, which is a variable that affects other variables, just or just in another variables. Dependent variables. The dependent variable is the variable that is implied or becomes the result of the independent variables. Moderate variables are variables whose vectors are measured, manipulated, or selected by researchers to determine whether these variables change the relationship between the independent variable and the dependent variables. Intervening variables are variables that affect the relationship between the independent variables and the dependent variables into an indirect relationship. Control variable. Control variable are defined as variables whose vectors are controlled by the researchers to neutralize their effects, and are variables that are controlled or made constant. Okay, here's my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's all about our presentation today. Thank you very much for your attention and have a nice day. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.